Bluey's big play is coming to the Warner Theater for 2 shows next week. And if you're not aware, Bluey is kind of like a blue dog, a blue heeler, actually. And he's a huge draw for families with little ones at home.
Our Ariana Moyer had a chance to talk with a cast member from the show about what Bluey fans can expect to see on the stage. Take a look.
So you've been acting for quite some time. You trained for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
So what
I
is it
did back
like getting to kind of tour here in America and playing such a iconic kids character?
It's amazing. I'll be honest, I never thought that a children's TV show would be the thing to get me across the pond, but I'm so thankful that it is the thing that boosted me up here. It's amazing. The country's amazing. And playing Bluey over here it's really interesting because I didn't know that an Australian TV show could be so big in the States.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy that she's as big as she is over here. I mean, we had a float in the Macy's parade on Thanksgiving last year. I mean, like, it blew my mind that she's so popular over here, but it's amazing. Yeah.
I think it's cool with Bluey too. I don't know if you have seen this, but people my age in our 20s, teenagers also really like Bluey, even adults. Is that something that you've seen while you've been touring?
Yeah, 100%. We see a lot of, like you said, like teens and people in their 20s who are just with a friend in the audience, dressed up as Bluey. It's really good to see because I think for parents with young kids watching the show, they sort of can key into the show a little easier because they understand their parents, they're raising children. It's easier to understand. But for me, when I first started watching the show, I was like, oh my goodness, this is like memories from me, like growing up in Australia. This is like watching my childhood in an animation. And I guess that transfers over here as well for teens and young adults. So I love it. I love seeing everyone in the audience.
Now with this show, I've seen a few pictures. Are you in a full costume or is it makeup? What is that kind of like?
So they're actually puppets.
Okay.
It's a show full of puppets and we are the puppeteers. So we're not in the costume of Bluey, so to speak. She's a puppet. They have a little mechanism so that we can operate her eyes, her mouth, her eyebrows.
That's
even.
Cool.
And we operate the puppets in pairs. So each character has 2 performers that operate them so that we get a good range of motion and excitement for everyone watching.
My last question is for you. What do you want people to know when they come out to see the show in November at the Warner Theater? What do they want to know about you, about Bluey, just about your journey?
I think the number one thing I want audiences to know is to be prepared to get up and move.
Okay.
Get up and dance. The show, I won't spoil anything, but the show is quite interactive. So we do get the audience involved in a few different ways. There might be a few surprise characters that come out outside of the Healer family. So we've got the 4, the Healer family. We might have a few extras. And bring anyone and everyone that you know to see the show. It's not just for families. It's not just for kids. It's for everybody. If you like to have a good time, come to the show. And maybe bring some tissues.